Blackstone Audio presents 3 plays by Ayn Rand, Night of January 16th, Ideal, and Think Twice. Editor's note: this volume collects all 3 of Ayn Rand's original stage plays in one volume. Night of January 16th includes her own introduction from a previous edition. Ideal and Think Twice are reprinted from the early Ayn Rand, and include the prefaces written by Leonard Peikoff for that volume. Although she is famous for her best-selling novels, many of her readers are not aware that Ayn Rand's first stage play, Night of January 16th, was produced in Hollywood in 1934 and had a lengthy and successful run on Broadway in 1935, before her first novel was published. The purpose of this collection is to bring Ayn Rand's achievements as a writer of dramatic art to the attention of a wider audience of readers, and thereby enrich their enjoyment of her creative power. Inquiries about professional production rights for these plays should be directed to Curtis Brown Limited, 10 Astor Place, New York, New York, 10003. Richard E. Ralston, August 2004. Night of January 16th. Introduction. If I were to classify Night of January 16th in conventional literary terms, I would say that it represents not romantic realism, but romantic symbolism. For those acquainted with objectivist aesthetics, I can name a more precise classification. Night of January 16th is not a philosophical, but a sense-of-life play. A sense of life is a preconceptual equivalent of metaphysics, an emotional, subconsciously integrated appraisal of man's relationship to existence. I emphasize this last because it is a man's attitude toward life that constitutes the core and motor of his subconscious philosophy. Every work of fiction, and wider, every work of art, is the product and expression of its author's sense of life. But it may express that sense of life translated into conceptual, that is, philosophical terms, or it may express only an abstract emotional sum. Night of January 16th is a pure, untranslated abstraction. This means that its events are not to be taken literally. They dramatize certain fundamental psychological characteristics, deliberately isolated and emphasized.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?